Alright, we're gonna give this a shot. It has been a while, but we got ourselves a good old-fashioned game of Mechabellum here. And I'm gonna tell you a few things about it. Here at the beginning, we are offered the Missile Specialist with the Crawler and Fire Badger opener. I've been liking the Fire Badgers as an opener unit if you're going for the Round 4 War Factory, which is exactly what we're doing every single game. The Round 3 War Factory can be fun, and we made it to a pretty high MMR with Round 3 Factory, almost 1800. Sitting at about 1600 MMR right now, with Round 4 Factory basically being the only build that I choose. And we're just getting better and better, you know, perfecting the build, finding out the counters, how to prepare for the counters. And this was a really good game, so I wanted to bring back a cast on the channel with this very good game. You can see at the beginning here, I'm kind of uncertain of what to do. I actually do like the positioning that I have these badgers like that. I like that quite a bit, actually. But it looks like I decided to... Nope. Oh, okay, here we go. There we go. I like that quite a bit. That's a nice aggressive positioning. This is I like this deployment here. Got these fangs out in front right out the gate to soak missiles, and just like if an abyss is on the line or something, or a melting point on the line, they're not going to be able to just get right onto our factory later. So I'm actually pretty happy with the way I deployed. Unfortunately, this Sabertooth here does get a pretty quick lock on to two of my Fire Badgers over here, so our chaff clear is going to be sorely lacking. Yeah, this little machine gun turret gets stuck on the Sabertooth, so it's not doing a whole lot. Yeah, just not happy days for us here. But, you know, with this particular build, we generally expect to lose like the first couple of rounds. If we can win one of the first 3 rounds, we're usually pretty happy about that. The real key is just trying to not fall too far behind for the first 3 rounds, because we know, like, think of it like as a deck of cards. We have late game equity. Late game equity. We're the War Factory. We're going to scale to infinity and beyond. So we get unit reinforcements on round 2, and I thought for a while about this one. I was looking at the Wasp pretty nicely, but he already had Fangs, and Mustangs were offered, and I really did like Wasp, but yeah, it's not probably the call. Phantom Rays could have been interesting. Armored Phantom Rays may have actually been very, very strong here, but I just decided to go for the consistent, reliable, single target damage against these Sabertooths that is the Marksman. And it's also just a nice late game insurance policy against air. And, you know, we can always triple recruit range anti-air marksman, and then, you know, suddenly even Abyss are in some trouble, especially if this guy starts getting some levels on him. So we're happy to take that level 3 marksman here. Now I am playing as a missile specialist. My opponent here, the Sabertooth specialist. Round 2, is he going to pick up a tech on his Sabertooth? Considering he is the Sabertooth specialist, that means his side gun, I believe, is only 100. Unless these are the discounted rates here that I'm seeing. Maybe they are. Man, Sabertooth's techs are super cheap. So this round here, I thought that I sold out of a turret here. But anyways, I kind of just didn't know what the hell to do with myself, so I put one of these little cast flanks into the corner here. I like doing this. It just creates mayhem and chaos, so I figured it was worth doing. My missile gets blocked completely. He's had a perfect read on the missile. Totally nullifies that with this shield. The cast flank's doing okay up there. Over on the right, we're slowly but steadily getting through. Man, I feel like if he had kept his anti-armor cannon in the middle, might have done some work this game on that left side. But alas, he did not. So we'll go ahead and speed it up here. This round 2 is just going to be another cleanup. And although my fire badgers will manage to get a little bit here at the end, right before they get popped on by these saber-tooths, slowly but surely these little sledgehammers here will just meet their demise after getting a tower. Very nice. Getting a few more Mustang kills. Okay. You know, they're pulling units. Look at this. They did the most damage in the whole round. That's funny. I didn't even know. That goes to show you how well the fight went for us. Extended range arc light. Very good card. But not in this case. I put a missile right here. Let's see if he's going to invest in another bubble. He immediately responds to the flank with another saber-tooth and a unit of hounds. So we are now in the positive equity territory because we have a 100 cost unit and a 200 cost unit holding down a 100, a 100, and a 200 cost unit. So there's an extra 100 resources sunk up there, and my units will delay for a significant time. This round, round 3, is the round we got to save for War Factory. We don't have a lie here. We just put another cast flank over there. That's literally the whole turn. Just put another one over there. And I think I sold out of something, but yeah, we're gonna lose this one horribly. I probably should have oiled this round, honestly. But oh, you know what it was? I knew he was gonna bubble. Just because I had the missile. I knew he was going to bubble this turn, so I didn't want to oil. But yeah, a miserable, miserable loss. And at this point, I was kind of thinking, oh, shit. Am I about to get out-tempoed here? Maybe these cast flanks weren't the right call. Maybe, you know, he seems to have a pretty good counter to him right away. And maybe it's not so great for me. We're going to go for an instant skip here. Nothing too interesting. I'm going a little bit fast speed, I just realized here. Sorry about that. Our opponent over here does the exact same defense. Just picks up a hound and a saber-tooth. Although this time he goes cheap and he doesn't buy the crawler. So now he's at parity with the cost. But he does have the upgraded hounds with range. He went range first on the hounds, which I think that's understandable because he doesn't know he's playing against War Factory yet. But since he doesn't have that, you know, load up your shotgun round on his bar, so I decided to oil him this round. And yeah, we're gonna roast him. We're gonna roast him good. Pretty damn good oil. Getting a lot of the front line stuff there. The hounds are just outside of range, so I guess that range enhancement is saving them from burning in the fire. Up on the right side, though, somehow we actually managed to get the tower because our cast flank is just holding up his stuff for so long. But my guy's really low health. That saber-tooth, he does a lot of damage. Oh, he's locked onto me. Oh, the fangs in the way are going to take him down. And damn, there you go. Losing our first round with the War Factory. This is not looking good. We have not lost a round yet, or won a round yet. Improved Phoenix is offered as a free card. Let's look at this card. 20% attack increase and a 250% health increase. That sounds mighty fine for a player who is absolutely planning on clicking Phoenix production on multiple War Factories at some point in this game. Stay tuned. Let's find out. So this round, I was feeling like, oh man, you know, I gotta trust the strategy here, but we're up against it. We're rope-a-doping a little bit. He has not lost a single hit point. He keeps spending money on these shields and blocking my fucking missiles over and over. I gotta get more creative with the missiles because I haven't been getting any value out of them. And I do think that this might have been the round where I said to myself, yeah, it is. There we go. Let's try to blow something up that's not in the center of the battlefield to try to get a little bit of value out of this missile strike. So I go for these hounds and this saber up here. And you know it does 2,500 damage, I believe. So it's gonna hurt 3,000. Yeah, so it's gonna do a little tickle the pickle of that saber tooth. Saber tooth are just a bitch. And then here I choose to borrow and go range. Very debatable decision here. Borrow range, and I managed to afford another unit of fangs right in front of the tower. Very debatable decision. I absolutely do not like borrowing that early. It feels atrocious. But in this situation, I felt it was necessary. Looking back in retrospect, the correct decision on this turn would have been to simply go high explosive. Instead of borrowing for range, I should have just gone high X right here. That would have been the correct play. But alas, the range is doing really well. I mean, it is keeping us out of range for the most part, but these double shot saber tooths do so much damage. God damn. They blast us super hard, but oh, maybe I should bite my tongue. Is range gonna win us the round? Looks like range actually wins us the round, so I don't know. I think high explosive, there's an argument for either. High explosive, you get to the saber tooth faster. You lock onto him faster, and then you blow his shit to pieces. But, hey, you know what? A win is a win. A single war factory. Let's just check him out. He's like a big black and gold, kind of like a hoof print. It's such a cool looking unit. Probably one of my favorite looking units of the game. Electromagnetic Blast on round 6. Yeah, it's a little early for a spell like that, but you best believe we're taking that. There's no question about that. We are absolutely taking that, and yes, we will be shielding against that. So, yep, that's the perfect bubble right there. Protects both my factories. And this round we go steel ball production, of course. Now, again, I think in this scenario, the correct play instead of steel ball production right now is high explosive. I'm convinced of that for sure, as a certainty. The correct play right now on this turn is high explosive. That's not what I go for. I do decide to go for steel ball production. Over here on the right, we've used our oil. Oil is on cooldown for 2 more turns. We do have a missile strike. Let's see if we decide to use it. I think my dumbass forgot to use it because I was debating super hard on what to do with this last 150 points. Like, I always get brain fart on what to do with the last 100 to 150 points because I wanted to use all my deployments, but I couldn't see how I could do it with the build. So wait, what do I do? Oh, here we go. Borrow, 10 speed. Oh, and then just some crawlers. Where are we putting them? Just throwing crawlers. Yep, just slinging crawlers because we ran out of time. That's how we play Mechabellum, ladies and gentlemen. Let's launch this missile. Boom, that's a pretty good missile, actually. But it's not going to change the tide of that fight or anything. Missile over there might have done something. Alright, so we got steel ball production. Let's see how this steel ball production works. I mean, just imagine if we had high X here. Just imagine if we had a high X here. Everything is dead. Everything you see is dead. Like 5 minutes ago. But we're getting through. I mean, steel ball production is good. It makes sure you always have something in front of the war factories. And it works, you know, it's really good. Definitely good, but it would have been the right tech for tech number 3 here. Tech number 3 would have been steel ball production here. And I think, honestly, probably tech 1 should have been fucking high X. Damn! Killing him with just, what is that? The most sliverest of slivers of health, man. War Factory survives, dealing 500 damage. Let's go. Alright, here, what do we got? Steel balls are offered. A Farseer, high-level Farseer, but a Raiden is also offered. Level 2 Raiden is kind of scary. The high-level Farseer kind of sounded good to me because I like the idea of having a photon emission, and you know, this guy, he's pretty damn good at killing air, especially if like you're really going crazy. I actually think it's possible that Farseer might be the best answer for the factory player against that fucking Abyss. If you can hit range, anti-air, and EMP, that's pretty good against Abyss. It's pretty good against Abyss. You know, they really need to add. They need to add that Raiden ionization effect, as well as the fart cloud from the Abyss, to what photon emission protects against. Like, it should protect against all that shit. I mean, it's good as it is, but it should protect against at least ionization. Ionization is bullshit. There's no counter. It's fucking bullshit. The only counter is just spam units, so which we're, you know, about to see presented to us. I pick up another War Factory. My opponent is just leveling his hounds, so he's blasting through my crawlers, no problem. He's just farming levels back here on these saber-tooths. So okay, I'm starting to realize that maybe in this scenario, because he's just using me as a farm bot back here, he's just farming this guy experience. I probably should have put like Phantom Rays or something on the flank. That might have been a better call. Yeah, the Raiden's a problem now. He doesn't have ionization beam yet, but he has it on the bar. We're about to take so much damage. Holy shit, is that game? Oh my god. 184. A soft breath from a princess's kiss would blow us right on over the edge. I'm on Death's Door. I'm always going to grab whatever spell gives me the most potential tempo. And I thought, you know, hey, maybe I could try some slick shit right here and try to kill this unit of Fangs. And then have the Wasp spawn get in there unmolested and get his tower. So that was my plan, and then I realized I aimed this rocket like a jackass. It's just a terrible rocket, but he bubbles over here, which is fine. I mean, he's got some high-level saber-tooths. Level 3 saber-tooth does like 50,000 a shot because of double shots. Unreal how much damage these saber-tooths do. They absolutely flatten my War Factory. Now, I believe, yeah, I did get the level 1 health upgrade, I believe, last turn. So I did get that. So we're at 130k on the War Factories. Our marksman here is level 4, but he's like, yeah, he's kind of our only anti-air, him and this Farseer. So what are we doing here? What's the plan? So I tried dropping an oil, and we get our 4th War Factory here. And that's about all we can afford. Oh, looks like we borrow. What are we getting? Oh, we're going for a flame oil play. We're going for the flame play. Okay. Interesting. Bold strategy. Bold strategy indeed. Fortune favors the bold. Let's see how it works out. Okay, and the flames are lit. The flames are lit. Let's see if the flames help or hurt. Okay, there's some crawlers burning. Got some Mustangs burning. So those flames are doing a little something something. Probably not as much as, like, you know, we would want. But there's the bubble broken. We got 4 factories now. That's 4 factories now. Producing steel balls. It's a lot of steel balls coming out. Alright, Farseer's locked on. And down goes the Raiden. Down goes the Raiden. We got steel. Oh, and here's a Wasp Swarm. A Wasp Swarm at the end of the game. Coming in with the steel chair to get the turret. And from a 184 hit point turnaround, we have our opponent on Death's Door. Round number 9, Ion Blast is offered. And in this scenario, you have to take the powerful spell when it's offered. You have to take the powerful spell when it's offered. And so we see this angle here. It was given to us by the divine gods. The angle of Thor. And we decide to drop the lightning all across his business right there. He's covering his whole field in bubbles. This guy's invested so much money in bubbles. We've invested maybe one. I think we bought one bubble. So we probably have a substantial economic lead on this guy in all reality. I haven't even looked and seen what he picked. He picked up supply enhancement, so he's starting to get value out of that. He's starting to get value out of that at least. Oh, he got the extended range. Damn, these saber-tooths have 180 freaking range. Man, imagine if he had that fortify tech on his bar. This guy's wishing he had fortify. See, this is bad though. It's bad for him to have secondary with that much range. It's never gonna shoot. Never gonna shoot. Oh well. Still no ionization on the Raiden. Man, I would have thought this would be the turn to do it. We just buy another Farseer, tech up. We finally grab Phoenix here. And we were able to get Mech Div steel balls, and we pick up Farseer photon coating, because I was thinking to myself, EMP fucks us. Here's our photon ion blast, kills the Raiden out of the fight, kills the shit out of that, almost kills this guy, does a ton of damage, kills 2 high-level units, kills a bunch of chaff, so much damage. I mean, his did a lot of damage to it, heavily damaged both these factories, but yeah, these factories were able to pump out a bunch of units. And yeah, it's looking kind of close, but we still got 2 factories back here producing. And now it's about the improved Phoenix. Oh, wait, what the fuck is going on? This is not how this round went. I don't think this is how the round went. Oh, wait, maybe it is. I guess there's a round 10. Holy shit, boys. I thought that was the last round. Strap in your seatbelts, because our Phoenix just absolutely saved the shit out of us with an air cheese here at the very end of the round. An absolute Hail Mary. That improved Phoenix coming in so clutch. These Phoenix have 5,000 health. It could take a while for some of these shitty little fangs to chew through that. That's as much health as like a level 3 Phoenix. And we are pumping them out. We go to round 10. How could I forget? Round 10. And we get a unit drop and an idea spawns. A small one at first, but then it gets bigger. And then it gets bigger. And then it gets such a strong thrusting idea in my brain that I cannot look away from the 3 level 2 steel balls lined up on the corner with a movement beacon straight down his goddamn throat. And so that's what we do. I should have prepped them with a rocket. That would have helped them out a lot. That would have been smart. It would have been smart for me to put a rocket right in front of him, just in case he decided to chaff there. But that's what we do. We get the unit drop. We go for the steel ball play there. And very, very, like, nasty play right there. Honestly. And, I mean, not that hard to see coming, but it is truly nasty. What do we do here? So we've got the sell button. Do we want to sell anything? Man, I'm like pretty happy with the overall comp. I like where everything's at. I mean, these guys are just feeding experience, but they take long enough to kill. Like, look at all this shit that's going over after him, man. And he's like building more stuff back here. So that just means that stuff's not going to be there to contribute to the main battlefield. I got my fangs in front to soak up missiles. And here come the Phoenix, here come the steel balls. But more importantly, here come the motherfucking steel balls. Look at these steel balls go. There's nothing to challenge them. So we're going to tower right away. Max debuff. Steel ball flankerino. Coming in so clutch. And then look at them. Look at these guys go up here. When they die, they just spawn more crawlers. Yeah. Enjoy the crawlers. Enjoy the crawlers. And with that, absolutely jaw-dropping display of inhuman talent to bring the steel balls on the world's easiest flank. We are going to see this round come to a somewhat dramatic conclusion with the deliverance of overwhelming American firepower in the form of manufactured gilded Mechabellum units. Let's take a look at the battlefield one more time. On the northern side of the border, we have 4 war factories, all level 1, quad teched with range Phoenix, High-X, and Steel Ball. We admitted our mistake earlier in that instead of getting Steel Ball as the second tech, we should have gotten High-X and then Steel Ball as the third tech. Nonetheless, we had our Farseers for Phantom Photon Coating, and as always, you gotta have a couple trusty marksmen. You never know who's gonna show up to a party. The Steel Ball flank was super clutch, super sick, super clutch. Our opponent went anti-air fortress, which we're gonna say there was a disconnect. It did not work. It did not work. Not in the slightest. Nonetheless, it was a very close game. My opponent, Yanggross here, almost got me. I mean, what is that? That's, you know, that's one saber-tooth surviving for one round, and I lose. I lose. So, a very good game to him. It was a very fun game. I love the War Factory build. With that, take it easy. I do. Until next time, peace. Catch you later.